Manchester City can't win the Champions League despite huge money pouring in the pitch. They only made for the Premier League. Outside the England, they are nothing. Those statements are always used by the Manchester City haters. Now the all course about Manchester City had gone in the gutter. The Blues has given huge payback to the hater. They not only claim the glory of European Championship, but also complete the treble with UEFA Cup and Premier League. In this video, we show you how Man City won Champions League. If you look back at the history of Manchester City, in around 1875 in West Gorton of Manchester, local gang violence and alcoholism were deterring the youth. Youth were divided into different gangs. They usually brushed out each other. An unhealthy environment of Gorton was spreading, and also the unemployment were closing. In that scenario, intellectual people were afraid of the future of Gorton, and they were concerned about how can we stop the violence and alcoholism of youth. Finally, they made the plan, and members of St. Mark's Church of Gorton introduced the sport clubs, and all were welcome to join the club regardless of religions. On behalf of St. Mark's Church in 1880, William Bestons and Thomas Goodbehere, who were the church wardens and also the senior member of Union Iron Works, started the new plan, and they gathered youth who were passionate about football and founded the football club. At that time, they gave the name St. Mark's Football Club. Sometimes club was also called as the West Gorton. Later it was named Manchester City. On 13th November of the same year, they officially played their first match against the Church team from Macclesfield, but they were not well prepared and they lost the match. But the football culture was propelling the West Gorton. After 19 years in 1899, the relentless hard work was reflected in the sky, and they were promoted to the highest level of English football, the first divisions. But they struggled to claim the major trophy in the top tier. And finally on 23rd April 1904, by beating Bolton Wanderers 1-0 and lifted the first major trophy, UEFA Cup, which was the first major trophy won by the Manchester club. And that season, they narrowly missed the league, and they had to satisfy the second positions in the league. In the late 1960s and early 1970s, they remember as the roller coaster era of club. In that era, they won the all trophies and were also relegated. In 10 years, they won the all titles and clubs. The league title, FA Cup, League Cup and European Cup were backed by them. They were stumbling between the divisions with a series of relegations and promotions. Finally, in 2002, new chapters will begin by breaking the record of highest point gains and a score in a single season, promoted back to the Premier League, and the energy gained as the Abu Dhabi United Group purchased the club, then built the club in a new form, reflected on the quality of players, and they are dominate the Premier League by winning the 7 Premier League and 3 FA Cup. Although they reached top height in a domestic trophy, they were always failed to win the European trophies after getting promoted in the Premier League. In 2011, they qualified for the rebranded versions of European Cup, the UEFA Champions League. For the first time since 1968, the Blues weren't elected from the group stage, where they placed in the third, 1 point behind the Napoli. 2012-13 season, same story repeated. They couldn't find the place in the top 16. The loss had been disappointing, but it's inspired the club to work harder and improve themselves for future game. In next seasons, they advanced to the knockout phase and they met with Barcelona. City fans got disappointed by 4-1 in aggregate. Also in 2014-15 seasons, they reached the round of 16 with a full of energy. Again, they were beaten by the Barcelona. In 2015-16 seasons, they reached the semi-final for UCLs by defeating PSG, but Real Madrid became the obstacle for them. They lost 1-0 in semi, and final dreams blew as the bubbles. In 2016-17, they cannot get placed above the round of 16. From 2017 to 20, they repeated the same pattern and disqualified for the semi-finals. And in 2020-21 seasons, the two English clubs Chelsea and Manchester City were fighting for trophies. The City were playing the first UCL's final and Chelsea were trying to get another UCL trophy. The match referee blew the whistles to start the game, and Man City were holding their breath in hope of winning the first European crown. The heartbreak was palpable as Chelsea scored the last-minute goal, snatching victory, and a fate overturned the into Chelsea, and the City lost the chance to become champion of Europe. In 2021-22, they again reached the semi-final of UCLs, and this time they were not easily giving up. But the white shot, Real Madrid again became the obstacle in the road of semi-final. Madrid won the last leg match with thrilling winning. After losing the semi, Man City was criticized as the dumb club who cannot be champion in the UCLs. They only for domestic leagues, and even they introduced City as the cost club. In the heart of Manchester, a historical moment was about to unfold. After a year of determination and hard work, Manchester City Football Club has reached again the pinnacle of European football. The UEFA Champions League final awaited them a chance to etch their name in the football history. This time they were facing the Italian club Inter Milan in the final of Champions League. Nerves were running high, but the players remained focused. Manchester City showcased their trademark attacking prowess, carving out opportunities and testing the opposition defense. The tension mounted with every pass, show and save. Opposition's team are also trying to open the goal, but Rodri wrote the history by striking in the 68th minute. Despite losing inspirational Belgian playmaker Kevin De Bruyne to the injury in the first half, Rodri's goal is enough for lifting trophy. They healed the long-term black spot in the head of Man City by defeating Inter Milan in the final. Even something as strong as concrete loses the battle with persistence. The persistent of City won the world. Now they are the champion of Europe.